The worst has happened. I have failed bar finals. So what? Ever since the bar finals results got released some weeks back, I have not had peace. Actually, scratch that. Ever since I wrote down law, common law, in my JAM form, I have not had peace. For those who don't get it, bar finals is bar exams. It's like the last exams you have to write before you are called to the Nigerian bar and become an official lawyer in Nigeria. Despite knowing that it wasn't our results being released because I'm with the backlog set, I almost fainted when I heard that the results have been released because the anxiety was a lot. The anxiety was a lot. And that wasn't like the first time I started living in fear of failing bar finals. I've had this fear since I dropped my last exam. Since I dropped the pen on the day of the last exam, I started feeling this notorious fear that I was going to fail. It's been so prominent that when I go back home, I started to have nightmares. I'll have dreams of myself writing exams again. I have dreams of failing. I'll have different nightmares. It was really crazy. And for a while, I kept telling myself, oh, you can't fail. It's impossible. Oh, that's not possible. You did your best. You worked hard. Until recently, I decided to tell myself, you know what? I'm tired of feeling it's old already. I'm sick of it. I asked myself, okay, Fola, what if you fail? So what if you fail bar finals? Met someone else in law school who had these same fears, and we decided to, take a day off to discuss these things. And me, I love to play therapist, so I wanted to be there for her and have her be there for me too. And we talked about failure and why we were so terrified of it. Ordinarily, I deal with failure very well. I'm the kind of person that is able to shake off failure and just move on. But this one, it's just ticking very hard to me. And I realize why now after having that conversation with her. For me, it's just, I've always wanted to get this over with. By this, I mean just become a lawyer and move on my life. But I've had so many delays, like from not getting law initially when I first gained admission to uni, to ASU strike, COVID-19, this and that, quota system, wahala, all of those things. It took a lot, and it took a lot of time, more time than I envisioned. And I just wanted to get it over with. And this is the final lap. This is the final, this is the final order. And it's just so scary. It's just something that I am very determined to cross. And I feel like if I don't, then I would have to go back to the old process again. And honestly, it's a very tedious process. I do not want any part of that anymore. So that is what my fear is all about. That is what my fear is premised on. And the thing is, we don't just fear failure just for the heck of it, right? We don't just fear failure just for the heck of it. When we fear failure, it's because of something that failure means to us, right? So you can be scared of something, but it is not that thing in particular that you're scared of. It is because it is what that thing will mean that you're scared of. For instance, this person I was talking to, she said that she's scared of failure because she's scared that people will talk about her old classmates, the ones she met in law school, that they're going to, make fun of her and be a thorn in her flesh, basically. And that is what scares her the most about failing bar finals. So if you're like this friend, I hope you know that people are going to talk about you either ways. They are going to laugh at you either ways. At first, I was taken aback by her reason, but I eventually just realized, you know what? The fear of what people will say or what people will think is actually a very big deal. Like, it's a very big thing in our society. Like, people live in fear of what people will say about them, what people will think about them, or people making fun of them, creating group chats just to discuss them and all of that. But the thing is, you don't have to fail for people to talk about you in a bad light, to gossip about you or to mock you. I'm sure there'll be people laughing at crazy things. Like, people laugh at good things. Do you understand? Like, you can do something really great. Maybe you can get called to bar, right? And maybe you do a photo shoot and people are going to laugh at that photo shoot because to them it's not even nice enough. That's how the world works. People are always going to talk about you and they're going to laugh. They're going to say things. You don't have to fail for that to happen. So if your fear of failing is because you're terrified of what people will say, understand that people are going to say stuff either ways. And this is not even just about bar finals. It could be that you're scared of having an extra year, or you already have an extra year, or you're scared of failing bar finals, or you've already failed bar finals. The thing is, people are going to talk either ways. People are going to say something. That's how it works. Like, you can even do well, but maybe you don't post it. People are going to start saying things. That is just how it works. That is just how cruel the world can be. And if we're going to be honest, some of us do things like this too. We talk about other people too. So, people are going to talk about us. It's just the way the world works. So I'm not going to be here and be like, oh, people don't care about you that much. Sometimes people do actually care about you. Some people actually do care about you enough to start create group chats to discuss you, enough to have a conference call and laugh at you and mock you. But you know what? So what? So bloody what? People are going to see failure is so inevitable. Failure is like the most inevitable thing ever, especially if you want to succeed. The more comfortable you are with failure, the higher the chances of you succeeding. I remember watching this girl on TikTok, and she talked about how she mistakenly walked into a room and her friends were having a conversation about her and making fun of how she is fooling on TikTok. People are going to make fun of you if you're trying to succeed. They're going to make fun of you when you're succeeding. They're going to make fun of you after you. People are just going to have a good laugh. There's always going to be something to laugh about when someone wants to laugh at you. Do you understand? Like, it's just going to come up. I'm sure the people that are going to laugh at the fact that I have this kind of weird makeup on. Listen, I know I have a lot of blush on at the moment and I look so weird because I use a darker shade of foundation and this blush. But I like it. I just like how weird and different it looks. Anyway, moving on. People are going to make fun of you either way. It's like, it just comes with the territory. The territory being life. And you know what? Don't fret, because if someone mocks you today, best believe you're going to have reason to mock them tomorrow. And if you mock someone today, they're going to have reasons to mock you too tomorrow. So don't really think too much about, people are going to say things. Like, just let it go. Now, for some other people, the fear of failure is because they are worried and terrified of disappointing the people in their lives, the people they love, people who bet on them, the people who have been supporting them. Personally, this is one of my biggest fears, because my goodness, I have so many people who are like, oh my God, we're rooting for you. And then just to fail, and just thinking of how disappointed they will be and how let down they will be is serious for me. But the thing is, we just have to tell ourselves that when people truly love us, they don't love us because we're perfect. They love us despite our imperfections. Understand that people who truly love you will want nothing more than to just be there for you and to walk you through the process into your success. When when people really love you, they will support you even when you've let them down, even when you failed. It's hard. It might be hard for them. Maybe your parents, your guardians, whatever. It might be hard for them, but you will all be fine at the end of the day. You're all going to move past it, and they're going to want nothing more than to prep you up so that you can, move on into success. It's hard to think that people will be feeling disappointed because of something that we've done, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And the people who love us are just going to make peace with the fact that it has happened, and they're going to think of, okay, how can we move forward from this? Personally, that's what I'll do for the people I love, right? The fact that you feel doesn't mean that you are a write-off or that I'm going to cut you out or whatever. It's just going to be, okay, you feel, now how can we deal with this? And that is how you should treat yourself. Because sometimes the person you're scared to disappoint is yourself. Personally, that is one of the things for me too, right? Because I'm really terrified of disappointing my own self. But I always tell myself, or I have started to tell myself, even if you do fail, you are going to get through it. If your child fails, are you going to cut them out? Are you going to do something drastic? No, your chances are you're just going to say, okay, now it has happened. So how can we move forward from this? And moving forward in this case will be going on to take the receipt exams, doing well in it, and then getting caught by eventually. You get. You know how they say that people don't post their failures? Oh my God, I just found out how very true it is when these results got released, because I've seen a lot of people talk about how, oh, I had a first class and it's like, yay. I had a second class up and it's like, yay. And I saw it just very few tutus and then no pass, no fail. Now, people don't owe us posting their failures, but it would be so much better if people can just speak comfortably about their failures, without feeling any sort of shame, or it's just going to be a good thing. I've only seen one person, because I googled failing bad finals, and I only saw one person. Now there might be more that I did not see, but I only saw one person talk about how she failed bad finals, and then she took us through the whole process and how she eventually got called to buy. It was such a beautiful thing. I can't remember her handle, but I'm going to look for it and post her YouTube name in the description box, because I feel like a lot of people would need to draw strength from that, especially if you failed already. Now the thing is, feeling bad finance is not the end of the world. And I know it's going to feel like that, because honestly, I'm saying all this, but I know that if I feel bad finance, I'm probably going to do something very wild, or maybe not. But the thing is, it's not the end of the world. It's hard. It's going to feel like it. It's going to feel like it's over. but it is really not the end of the world. Honestly, I was telling someone the other day that at this point, if I'm going to be honest, I'm more terrified of failing bad finals and I'm terrified of dying. It was actually that serious. It's actually that serious. And it might feel like, oh my God, this is the end, but it is really not. Failing is natural. It comes with the territory, like I said before. But what matters at the end of the day is what you do after failing. You don't want to say, oh, okay, this is the end of the road, and then you just let it be. Because sometimes people don't go back to write their exams. They don't go back to write their exams. But I encourage you, if you have failed, to go on and rewrite your exams, do your receipts, and get caught to bar. Trust me, at the end of the day, it won't matter in court. It won't matter in court. It won't matter in life. Nobody cares when anybody got called. Okay, they do a bit, just a bit. But the point is, at the end of the day, it's not really by who got called first. And even if it is by who got called first, the point is that you're not going to get called with your mates. And it sucks, but it has happened. And there's really not much you can do about it. But I promise you, if you go back there, do your receipts, ace your exams, get called to the bar, in 3 years, it will not matter again. Nobody will care. Even you will not care. Oh my God, this video is all over the place. But, I wanted to make something that people can relate to, whether it is that you failed already or you have a feeling you fail or you just have a fear of failing. This is for you and I hope it resonates with you. And if you want me to make a video on how to handle failure and how I have handled failure in the past, then please feel free to make a comment and I will make the video. In the meantime, just we all have different ways of handling our failures. So I'd say just handle it in the way that makes sense to you if you failed already, or handle your fear in the way that makes sense to you. But don't forget, you cannot change anything. You literally cannot change anything that has happened. So just accept what has happened and let it be. Thank you for watching. I am Fola, your home girl. Please like, comment, and subscribe.